Okay, guys, I'm just gonna get right to it, guys. As you see the headline that shows Shreveport woman shot and killed by her ex-husband. Also, we'll be talking about Young Noble uh, committed suicide. Young Noble is a member of the Outlawz, the group that Tupac had brought us back in the '90s. He shot and killed himself the other day, and we also going to talk about the rumors of Cardi B and Stefon Diggs breakup. Is it true? Is it fake news or whatever? It's crazy what the comments are about the situation, but let's dive into the Shreveport news that took place July 5th, 7 o'clock a.m., the day after 4th of July. Miss Corinthia Shepherd was shot and killed along with, I guess, a boyfriend, a new friend, July 5th, that early morning in front of the kids. It was reported that the ex-husband, or I don't know if he was still married or they were still together or they were separated, however the case may be, she moved on and got with somebody else. And he came by there at 7 o'clock in the morning, shot and killed her, and also shot the boyfriend that was over there visiting. But he's still fighting for his life. Y'all know what we think. You know what I say about this, guys. Guys, you know what I say, what I always say about being in relationships and going through breakups and how going through breakups can be sometimes. We all know that most time when you go through a breakup, when you're dealing with somebody that broke up with someone, 9 times out of 10 there's no closure. Hey Lisa, how you doing, sweetie? 9 times out of 10 there's no closure when somebody breaks up. That's why whenever I meet a lady and she says she's single and she's been broken up for a while, I ask her how long she's been broken up. Because most of the time when somebody breaks up, whether it's a male or a female, when they break up, it takes 6 months to a year to build some closure or develop some closure, and your sores get healed, the scars get healed. So it takes a long time for some people to get over a relationship. I know some people, they already be broken up in their mind and in their heart in the relationship while they still in a relationship. So when they break up, it's easy for them to move on. Therefore, the other person might not be fully equipped on breaking up yet, and he still doesn't, or she still doesn't have closure with themselves with the relationship, and they feel like the relationship can still carry on. It always happens sometime. Um, I hate it for the male that that was there that got caught up with her by the ex husband, because he didn't ask for that. It's not his fault that she chose to be with him. I mean, she likes what she likes, and you got to move on, man. You got to move on when you're in these relationships and you break up. If you know the relationship, you know things are not solid when you break up with someone. You know that situation cannot get patched back together based off what you done in the past or what they done in the past. So some situations you just got to move on. And he couldn't take the fact that Miss Corinthia Shepherd, the age of 40 years old, was moved on and had another boyfriend or somebody else she was dating, and he took her life. And they share 4 kids they share 4 kids together. They have 4 kids, and as a man, he should appreciate the fact that he got something he built with that lady and those 4 kids. You still got life to live. Maybe he's guilty behind the situations he put her through in the past, and why he kept fighting back for the relationship. She already gave up. She already moved on. He couldn't help it, so he had to kill the lady. As a man on the other side, dating a woman, or you dating somebody, you dating a man, the lady, you dating a man. You dating a man. You need to make sure that there's closure in their relationship. You need to make sure that the person in the past is not even around no more. They not calling, they not texting, they not in sight. So if they not in sight, they not in mind. Hit that like button for your boy. I'm sipping today. That was a toast right there for Corinthia. For Corinthia Shepherd right there, y'all. Let me get this shit going, though. I gotta share this shit on my feed. Hit that like button. What we saying right here? Hey, good, yeah, people. And I don't and don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, Lisa. I don't know how long they've been broken up or how long they've been separated. Uh, did she move on right away? What was he doing there, dropping off fireworks, or why was he coming by the house at 7 o'clock a.m. anyway? What was his reason? I heard so many stories. When I was first told a story by a friend of mine, it was reported that the ex-husband pulled up to drop off the kids some fireworks for 4th of July. When he got there, there was another guy there at the house. Apparently that he paid for it and he lived in throughout their marriage. He sees another man there, and he flips out. I was told that he shot the wife and then shot the son. That was that was incorrect. He didn't shoot the son. He shot the guy that was over there visiting the wife. Now I know a lot of people saying, "What's going on?" I did. I know a lot of people saying, in the comments, I made a post about this situation today. In the comments, people are saying what they would have did, they wouldn't have done this, they would have did this. To be correct with you, nobody don't know what they would do. I always say this: no one know what they would do whenever they in this situation till it happens. Nobody know what they would do until the situation or the moment happens. We all know, but I know one thing. I don't know what I would do, but I know what I wouldn't do. Man, who just texted me? I'm really getting. All right, my bad, y'all. I'm trying to. I'm trying to share some shit, and this bitch don't want to share. But yeah, like I was saying, I see we got 2 people tapped in. Y'all hit that like button. Lisa, how you doing, by the way, sweetie? My bad. You doing okay today? I'm trying to share this. There we go. I haven't used this device in so long. What it do, Virgo Queen? How you doing, sweetie? That ain't my business. What's happening with it? That ain't my business. But let's talk about it. What's going down, man? Hey, I'm just reporting some news, man. I'm talking about what happened to the young lady, Corinthia Shepherd. He was murdered July 5th by ex-husband, um, and also her boyfriend and significant other was shot as well. Y'all hit that like button for your boy. And y'all check out that Ain't My Business podcast. Y'all go subscribe to That Ain't My Business. My boy Nesto. But yeah, so what y'all with my I know Virgo Queen probably be familiar with this story because she lives in Shreveport. Uh young lady, age of 40 years old, was shot and killed by her ex-husband July 5th, early that morning on the south side of Shreveport. Um uh that's good, Lisa. That's good. She was shot and killed by her husband, died 9 minutes later. She was deceased by 7:09. Um, I guess her significant other was there too. He got shot in the head as well. He's still fighting for his life as we speak. Here we go. This bitch. I'm trying to get this shit. Y'all bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Also, I want to talk about it's heartbreaking for the children. You're right, Virgo Queen. See, Virgo Queen, you know about that too. You heard about all this. Um, it's bad for the kids' sake. I hate that. Like we all don't want. We all wish bad. We don't want the kids to be. It's just it's all right. This bitch been tripping lately. But yeah, man, but yeah, bad for the kids, man. The kids really gonna be going through some trauma for the rest of their life. Um, yeah, guys, fellas, you need to move on. You need to move on, man. If things not working out, man, like me personally, I I move on. It's easy for me to move away from a relationship. I can move on from relationships real easy. When I see it ain't working, I am not afraid to say, hey, let's not continue this because it's only gonna get worse. And we know what happens when it gets worse. You lose the relationship. Yeah, man. Yeah, hit that like button for you guys, man. But like I said, you got to move on. Like I said, the olds are just tapping in. If y'all not familiar with the story that took place in Shreveport, Louisiana, July 5th, early Saturday morning, early that morning. It was Saturday morning. That's right, because it was July 5th, 7 a.m. that morning. Corinthia Shepherd was shot and killed by an ex-husband that morning. Reported him dropping off some fireworks for the kids, and he ended up seeing uh, the new guy there, and he shot both of them. The other guy is still fighting for his life. I don't have the name of him. I also don't have the name of the suspect. I had the name, but it slipped my mind. But he's not even important to be honest. Though we just know he's the one that we know he's gone down and he took a life, and it's bad for the kids. They said this guy he didn't do well in the relationship when they were together. The last part of the relationship was on a bad end, and that's why they ended up getting divorced anyway. He couldn't move on, she did, and there you have it. Um, you got one guy. None of the kids don't have nobody. They parents to parent them. It's one thing not having one parent in the household to raise you, especially your father at that, but not having your mother and your father now. That was something that could have been prevented. Mm, okay. But yeah, like I was saying, man, yeah, you can prevent that situation. Also, that's why we talking about that situation. We also had a member of the Outlaws, Tupac group that he came out with back in the 90s. One of the group members, Young Noble, he passed away, committed suicide the other day before yesterday, at the age of 47. They say he was mental problems. If you go back and look at some interviews that he done over the past 3 years, because he has been on YouTube getting interviewed on Vlad, Cam Capone. He's been on other flat platforms talking about Tupac's death, talking about other things that went on in the past. He also made a diss song for the rapper Nas earlier this year, and that kind of got his name relevant back in the spotlight. And all of a sudden now he's dead. You know, never know what anybody's going through. Mental problems or mental disease is bad. People going through these mental diseases. You know, people that got a bad mental. You never know uh, what nobody's going through. It's always good to check on your people. Uh, People be ducking calls and stuff. You know, certain people get them calls. You have people text you or whatever. You don't say nothing to them. You see somebody going on these rants on Facebook or whatever or social media. You don't know why they doing it. You might think they just having fun, being entertaining, and the whole time they probably going through some mental shit. And you just got to go check on your friends. Rest in peace to Young Noble. Y'all probably know him on a couple of songs. Um, I was gonna get to the Texas floods too. Also, this along with the more. I couldn't put in more on the title, but yeah, along with the Cardi B and Stefon Diggs, the rumors that he broke up with Cardi B because her BBL stank. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's fake news, but that's the rumors going on. I'm not gonna really fellow with that much. At least I know it's some facts behind it, because it is. If there's some facts behind it, we finna have fun with it. I know that. Um, yeah, so much has happened over the course of the week. But let's go back to the Texas floods. I've read this morning when I woke up that it was already announced that 80 people announced dead. Now they found 80 people dead already this morning. Still more bodies are found. Uh, I seen a post. I seen some Twitter statements made on Twitter. People making all type of bad posts about the state of Texas. You know, bringing up the fact that they shouldn't have signed, they shouldn't have voted for Trump signing some bill or this some shit saying Texas deserved this. It's good. This, that, and the other. I'm like, people are crazy, man. What politics? Why they gonna bring some politics or some shit like this, some tragic stuff, a disaster at that? Why bring why bring some politics into disastrous problems? They always do that. Every time it's a disaster, they bring in the politics. Oh, the president did it. Oh, the president's behind all this. This is the reason why the president did it. Top fans, Lisa Gross, Virgo Queen, and that ain't my business. What's happening? I like this right there. Let me know who's all topped in on here though. But yeah, like I was saying, let's go back to what we were saying about. Let me fire up, guys. And yeah, I got that bullshit. I got these mics, y'all. These the new mics. You know the way we running out of wire real quick. They run out of bat. They run out of real quick. So those are just tapping in. Hit that like button. Subscribe for your boy. I was talking about. You look at the headline. Uh, Corinthia Shepherd, age of 40, was shot and killed July 5th. The day got the 4th of July by an ex-husband. They reported him. I guess he showed up to the house um, that morning at 7 o'clock and seen her. She had company, and he got at both of them. He shot her in the head, and she died right on the scene. And he shot the guy that was there visiting. He's in the hospital fighting for his life in ICU. He did it in front of the kids. That's the most disrespectful thing to ever do. Apparently, he couldn't move on from the relationship. She moved on from the relationship. People need to know how to move on. You got to know when it's closure. What it do, Don Juan, baby? You got to know when it's closure. You got to accept closure. If one person once when the person closed the door and it's no way they want you back in their life, you need to take that and run with it. Don't try to fight your way back to the door. It's gonna be called trespassing. called trespassing. You gotta know you gotta respect closure. I was almost caught myself about a year ago. About a year ago, I caught myself dealing with someone that was going through a divorce in their marriage. I was, and I was more concerned, and I sat around them with the old, like, was going through this process, and I didn't know if she wanted me to be the new guy or what. Then sometimes she act like she do want me to be the new guy, but I knew it wasn't no closure with that divorce settlement because the divorce paper wasn't signed. They were still talking with lawyers about what they gonna do with it or whatever. She was acting like she didn't want to be with him no more. He was acting like he had moved on. He definitely don't want to be with her no more. She'll show signs that she wants to be with him still, but then again, she don't want to be with him. Then she'll play with my mind and be like, I want to have sex with you, but I don't know. It might mess our friendship up because if I was to have sex with you and I get back with him, it's going to be fucked up or what, vice versa. So with me, what I did, I just didn't fuck with a period. And then guess what ended up happening? They're not divorced. They end up keeping their marriage going. And I salute that. Good we didn't fuck around with each other because she was right. She knew what she wanted to do in the first place. I made sure I didn't submit to the situation or subscribe to her, however you want to call it, because I knew she wasn't over the situation. You can tell when somebody hasn't moved on or if they moved on. I don't care if the lady has moved on. If the dude ain't moved on, shit. And then guess what? You niggas is out there dating these chicks. They got a baby daddy or a man that's been locked up and he's gonna come home. You shouldn't be dealing with them either. Cause one thing a woman know, when that nigga come home from jail, he gonna give her more attention at least for a couple of weeks anyway, more than any nigga probably would. And he gonna have, and he needs her spot to lay his head at. And one thing a woman needs and wants is a man to lay beside them every night. Not all you women, not all of you. Oh yeah, y'all just watching. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Tap in. I love to hear everybody's thoughts. What y'all thoughts on the situation? Like I made a post earlier today, and a lot of people was in the comments like, if it was a fifth, this right here, you never know how the situation will play out. I can read some comments too. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna say the names I'm gonna read the comments that I shared. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say what I posted this morning to get everybody attention to gravitate to this topic we talking about. Miss Corinthia Shepherd. If you from Shreveport, you definitely got to say what's happening with it. All you from Shreveport, tap in, hit that like button, say what's up. You're right. You shouldn't mess with nobody. And the thing about it though, Lisa, I wasn't even dealing with her. I just happened to pop up while she was going through the divorce. I had a situation going on with my apartment where it flooded out. My apartment flooded out. So I was in the transition going to another apartment while they. So I had to, what it was, I was staying at her place while my other apartment gets ready. And while I was at her place, it was the perfect time for her to have somebody to chop it up with about her marriage or divorce or whatever. And I just happened to be there. We've been friends for 16, 17 years, and boom, here it goes. She started like, sure, and I already knew what it was. She was she was using me or trying to use me for somebody to try to get over him. But deep down inside, she knew she didn't have no closure. But guess what? She knew that, and she spoke up about it. And it's good. It's not. It's okay to not have closure, and you still want to patch stuff up. That's what people get it wrong. Yet they don't. They think they got too much pride to try to patch it up right. But in this case right here, Miss Corinthia, she moved on. He didn't move on. Now, if anybody from Shreveport that got better sources than I do, that's on here watching, I'd love to hear what you got to say. Tap in. Maybe you probably know if they were broken up longer than I have. Like I said, I don't know nothing about their relationship or what they had going on. I'm I'm, I'm speaking through observation. I'm watching what people post in the comments and what they saying, and I'm going off that. So, I mean, if it looks like a duck, walk like a duck, it got to be a duck. So from what I'm understanding, he put her through turmoil anyway in the relationship they was in. In other words, it was domestic violence going on throughout the years. That's why they ended up divorcing. He probably cheated on her as well. They said he had a baby outside of the marriage on her. So guess what? Yeah. Yeah. So let me read to you guys what I said this morning. I said people need to understand when someone has closure in a relationship, you need to have it as well. When it's over, it's over. There's no way I'm taking a woman's life because I can't be with her. That's just crazy. It's just crazy. And as y'all see, same things on the thumbnail. I put it right there. And I'm gonna read some of the comments people say. I'm gonna read one comment. One person comments, right? I can't. If I would walk away from every, if I could walk away from everything and let her and her kids have it before I do something like that, even if I am the one causing the pain to that person, I would rather be. I would rather you be happy and we can raise our kids in separate houses. That's just how it goes. Shout out to that guy right there. Another person said, "You gotta have that combo. You just can't walk away." Um, it ain't all about just walking away either. It's not all about just. I ain't just saying walking away. Uh, it would have been some tussling going on if my feelings was like that. If I'm feeling some type of way, it would have got physical, but not with no hand, not with no weapons involved. I probably would have had to, put my hands on the guy that was there, dealt with the lady later. But I don't wish myself to be in no situation like that at all. Yeah, she was a beautiful lady, beautiful lady. I had one person comment. One person said some funny shit. Somebody said, "Please don't love me to death. Just simply love me to life." Yeah, I don't never want to love nobody to death. I don't want nobody to love me to death. Love me to life. Because somebody love you to death, man, that means they will love you so much that they will kill you if you fuck over them. So when people say they love you to death, that's exactly they motherfucking right. They're right. Somebody said he didn't do right by her anyway. Now she's dead because he's a weak ass ninja. Hmm. Yo. Somebody said, "Oh my mama, cuz yeah." So he goes another. Here's an important comment right here. One of my people I've on, they said, "I would like to know if anyone knows that they were married and living in the same house he bought and was watching another man in his house and his wife on his phone right before he did what he did." Not saying he was right to take a life, but what would you do? I don't have a dog in this fight, but I think as people, family, friend or not, we have to be fair. We have to be fair, cause I'm not sure I wouldn't have done the same thing if I'm watching a nigga in my house with my wife. I yeah, when he said that right there, I said, I know all about that. I know they married. I've been knowing. I heard the story, and on the cool, uh, nobody don't know what they would have did. Like I keep saying that nobody don't know what they would have done. Uh, um, I don't know what I would have did, but I know what I wouldn't do though. I know what I wouldn't do, and that's kill somebody. I can actually say that. Everybody might got their own thought about that. I know I would have done something. I just want to kill nobody. Plain and simple. And I ain't gonna get into more of the other comments. It just it was senseless. Trying to trying to make your point. People trying to make they. It's like I'm not gonna go back and forth about somebody's murder. Somebody got killed. That's not even cool. Um, I got a homeboy that's related to that young lady. Emotional intelligence. Oh hell yeah! You gotta know. Yeah, you gotta know. Like I've been in situations in relationships where I'm the alcohol had me going crazy and going reckless, but I also even with the alcohol in my system, I knew how to fall back. Like let me leave, let me do this, let me go, let me do this right here before this happened. He just been and like this ain't the only relationship story I've heard this weekend. I've been hearing shit all week about relationships, and it makes me even don't even. It makes me don't even care about being in a relationship. It makes me don't even care about uh whatever, man. It makes it seem like I just leave this and everything do what it do. Like I might like I don't. This is why I don't mind. I go out on a date with a chick this week, and next month I go out on a date with another lady. I mind because it's just really it's just company. I like to enjoy people, you know what I'm saying? I don't never cherish the moment. I enjoy the moment. I just like to enjoy people. And when they get to the point where they work for me to cherish, then I know. But man, protect your peace, y'all. I've been talking about protecting peace, man. And there's ways to do that. And you got people that in daily relationships that they just want to be in relationships just so they can say they're in a relationship and shit, so they can take pictures and they go on trips and stuff, or maybe have somewhere to stay, or they can have their matching outfits during Christmas time. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what they like. They want to wear their flannel pajama suits on Christmas Eve. That's why they're in relationships. Man, I be sitting back, man, thinking about all type of shit that happened in my last relationship, like little petty stuff that went on, like little arguments. And I just be shaking my fucking head. I can't believe I let this shit get, or I argue with this shit. I can't believe I'm arguing about this shit with her. And she probably saying the same thing. Just I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I will say this. My ex, she's a good person. I ain't gonna sit up here and say she wasn't no good person. She has a great heart. But everybody got, something that you don't like about her. Yeah, everybody got something you don't like about Yeah, you gotta learn how to control your emotions. Discipline. But most guys is like that. They didn't have no man raise them. Their mama raised them. They were raised by some women. Most guys that can control their emotions and shit, they was raised by a bunch of women or their moms. They didn't have no man around them to teach them how to, control themselves and how to react to certain things or how to handle themselves when it comes to certain things. They didn't have that male figure around them. They didn't start being that until they got in the streets around their homeboys and people around their hood. Which them guys right there, some of them guys was tender dick about something. That's where they learned that shit from. They watched their big homies slap and beat up on their girlfriends and thought that shit was cool. Or the big homie did that shit. I used to see some of my big homies do that shit, man. They used to slap on their girlfriends and shit. I thought that shit was cool. When I got to a certain age, I realized the girls that they was hitting on and shit wasn't about shit anyway. I thought that's why they couldn't pull that shit off with no solid ass chick or attractive ass woman that got some shit going for herself. Them chicks they was fucking with slapping around like that was clay wags. I couldn't tell at the time. But when I got older, I said, oh, it's the same bitches my big homies was slapping around back then. Same type of chick. Let's see. I learned the difference between I started putting myself around. See, I grew up in a neighborhood, so we had the proper square chicks in my neighborhood and in my school and in my job. So I wasn't just around hood females, the chicks from the hood or the ratchet type females. So I was around, I ain't gonna say I was around the proper chicks. I won't call them. I won't call them. I wouldn't even say these squares, but anyway, I was around chicks like that, and it, it made me well rounded with women. Like that's why I'm able to talk to white women, uh, Spanish lady, or ladies from this country, or black women, white, whatever. I know how to talk to all kind of women because I was around them coming up. I put myself around them where I learned how I made myself not afraid to. Like you got a dude from the hood, and all he's around is hood chicks. You put that hood dude around a Mexican chick or a white girl, he ain't gonna know how to talk to her. He ain't gonna know how to be himself. He gonna try to portray a whole other person trying to talk to this person because he don't know how to talk to her. And all they gotta do is just be yourself. See, but they don't even know they can do that. They think they gotta pretend to be something else when they're around something that's not like them. But anybody got any news on the Cardi B situation? Anybody? Hey, we doing a little research on Cardi B, Stefon Diggs situation. I don't really want it to be a rumor. I don't even really want it to be bad news. If it's fake news, cool. Let's move. We'll flush that shit down. But but if it's news that Cardi B, he's breaking up with Cardi B just because she has BBL is thinking, that's some entertainment right there. That shit's funny. Offset's up 1,000 points. Matter of fact, all the rap niggas up about 1,000. These rap females are down. Remy Ma, Cardi B, y'all in the negative, baby. Remy Ma, Cardi B, y'all are in the negative. You're in the negative. You sound like I sound like MJ now. I sound like MJ. I sound like MJ. Now, my shit talking, Virgo Queen, my shit talking come way before. Everybody know this been cutting for a long time. Mr. Petty Kruger. The shit talking, the shit MJ doing, now I've been doing that shit since 7, 8 years ago. Somebody had told me you and MJ ought to do some shit together a long time ago. I used to be a real disrespectful motherfucker, but made sense doing it back then. I chilled out. But shout out to MJ. That's the homie. I don't have nothing against him. Anybody got something against MJ, I can't have nothing against MJ. Just because you got something against MJ, I can't have nothing against MJ. It's like anybody. I can't pick sides. There's some shit. There's some war going on in the city. I can't pick sides. All I can do is just wish both of them the best. Cause nobody ain't on my side. Ain't nobody on my side. Ain't nobody say stepping up for Cuddy or they riding with the kickback. I've been a one man army for a long time. Virgo Queen, why you laughing at Virgo? I fucks with MJ too though. Yeah, I know the shit. I be watching what's going on. I just can't. Yeah, but yeah. Rest in peace, Young Noble. Rest in peace, Young Noble. So they did split up, guys. So Cardi B and Stefon did split up. Yeah, MJ, he go hard. He makes a lot of sense. You see that shit? You say MJ name, 3 people logged off. Look what the fuck you did. You said MJ name and 3 people logged off. Then when I said MJ name, 3 people logged off. Man, it's crazy. I know how it feels to be hated or disliked by people that you probably never meet. But I got people probably well, I'm not gonna say probably. I have people that don't like me, and I remember for a long time I went around saying I don't have no enemies. There's nobody that dislike me. There's nobody that dislike me. I said this shit for years. I said even when I started podcasting, when I got on YouTube, started doing this content creation shit. For 3 years in, I'm still saying it. Hit that like button, by the way. For 3 years, I'm saying she deleted all her photos. Uh, but for 3 years, I said I don't have no, I don't got nobody that dislike me. Everybody, you can ask everybody about Cuddy. They all gonna say the same thing. You can ask anybody 10 different questions. 10 questions. They all 10 questions. They gonna all have the same reaction to it. Nobody's not gonna have nothing different to say. And and after a while, I became a villain. Sometimes I became a villain, not trying to be a villain. Then when I noticed I was kind of like a villain, I made myself be a villain for a while. That's when the pandemic hit. When the pandemic hit, I had so much time on my hand, I became the bully, the victim, and everything. I be the villain. And then I chilled that out there a while. You know, I started because when I started doing podcasts, I was just trying to show love and give people their flowers, and I felt like I wasn't getting respected and appreciated back. And here I am trying to put on for the city because they didn't have a platform. People didn't have any platforms back then to put them out there like that. People to tell their story or whatever. You had Takeover TV, my partner, them, and that was it. Everybody was waiting on me to come to Shreveport, or they come out here to Dallas for them to share their story, or they whatever they got to present. Now they got platforms out there, which is cool. Which is cool. Did I hear about the 65-year-old lady found dead in her car this morning? Oh, in Shreveport? Yeah, they sure do hate MJ because he be telling the truth. And I ain't gonna lie. The mess be cool. The mess be cool, but I be there for the message when MJ be talking. And yeah, back to the 65-year-old lady though. I don't want to give. In Shreveport, they found it this morning. That's crazy. That's wild, man. And see, like when stuff be going on, like I used to get the headline on everything, but the way my schedule is, I don't even look at my phone once I get at work. Sometimes, like I look at my phone every now and then when I'm at work, and most of the time I don't really just go on social media. That's where I usually get my news from. When I sit down and eat, I probably go through YouTube and see what's going on. Then I go to Facebook and see what somebody talking about. Sometimes the algorithm be so different. You have people talking about some stuff that really ain't that exciting or entertaining. You got to refresh your timeline, like reboot that thing to get some different type of energy on your timeline. See, I got every time I refresh my timeline, I get some shit with it just showing them, but it's ads and people showing they businesses. And something when I refresh that bitch, it just show motherfuckers talking shit, all the negative messy shit. If I swipe it again, you'll see motherfuckers on this other shit. But I just want to see I want to make Facebook need to have it where we see whoever is our Facebook friend when they come in, we can see it. Cause I hate when I hate I see somebody out and about and they be like, you never like on my posts or my comments or my pics. I never see your posts, your comments, or your pics. I never look at them. I never see them because you're not part of my algorithm. Facebook only probably give me probably about it gives me the same 60, 65 people, probably 100. I see the same 100 people post throughout the month. It'll switch every 3 months. It'll switch. Them 100 people who post I used to see. I don't see them no more. It's been 3 months. Hold up now. Oh yeah. Hey, speaking of all right, not just Shreveport. So did y'all see about this? Did y'all watch what happened in Philadelphia at that cookout? Dudes passed by at the cookout. The guys went to shooting at each other off the front porch. And you had females out there, kids shooting at. You had the guys who had the switches on their gun. Y'all seen that? That took place out there in Philadelphia on 27th Street at the cookout. That's crazy. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah. And like I said, me, that's why I stopped going to events. I'm always passing through now. Like I don't never just like when people see, even when I go out to the bar and shit, I just never really just say I'm going to the bar tonight or I'm gonna go to the bar. I really just be out and about and I just be passing through. I had one out Thursday, the see the fireworks at Cabone Town, and I said I was going out, but when to get to the story, one of one of the females, they were like, "So how long you gonna stay out tonight? 20 minutes, 30 minutes? Cause I'm always in and out. I'm there for probably 2 beers and then I'm gone. But that's how I'm gonna hang out. Matter of fact, Thursday night, July 3rd, I tabbed out around about 1:18 at the bar. I'm tabbing out at the bar and shit, waiting to get my tab. What this shit is? I'm getting my tab Thursday night at the bar, and I get myself going back and forth with some cat, man. We scoring on each other and shit. And I had to stop and ask myself. I said, I had to stop and say, cuz, man, you know me or something, man. Why you talking? What made you just want to start scoring with you? Do I look like a type of nigga that like to crack jokes or something? Because I was like, I don't. It one thing, it was cool, we was scoring, but I feel like dude just felt like I was a pushover dude or something. So I just, I'm like, say, cuz, you know me or something? What's going on with all the scoring and shit? I mean, you funny as hell though, but shit, what's going down? He was like, I'm just fucking with your school, you know what I'm saying? But he heard me saying cuz to him, and then he started cussing me back. Then when he shaking my hand, he wanna lock my hand up with the little C's and shit. Like when you in TDC up in jail in prison in Texas, and when you give each other hands, you lock up the C's and shit. You do he was trying to do that with me. I say cuz, you trying to lock up with me, man? What set you from? He was like, I'm a straight 5'7" Crip. I said, I'm in South Dallas. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I said, but hell yeah, I said, I'm old school, nigga. I'm an old nigga. I said, yeah. I had to let them know where I was from too, but I was like, damn, what the fuck? Like, it's crazy though, because these niggas, I don't got gray hair, man, and these youngsters, man, then they can play with me. If I had gray hair, they wouldn't even. My homeboys that got gray hair, it's like I got homeboys that are younger than me, and they got gray hair and shit. But the niggas see them and give them more respect than they give me because I look young or I don't look as old as they think I'm supposed to be. And by the way, as much as I hate saying this shit, y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. You tapping in, show some love. Tapping in, show your family and friends. Like the Kaboom Town, the Kaboom Town. I rode my scooter up to a minute right now. I rode my scooter up to the bar. Well, to the my plan was to go deep in. Take. I got an electric scooter, guys. I got an electric scooter. It goes about 35, 40 miles per hour. Yeah, I got me. I got a scooter and shit. I be flying and shit. I got it for my neighborhood. My neighborhood ain't nothing but a bunch of apartments and high rises and shit. We all built on top of each other, and we kind of like it's real congested around here, like New York. So it's good to even ride. You don't even need to have your car around here. If you work around here, you stay around here, you should be having a car. I know shit. I walk to work. For years I walked to work because I always I always worked right here by where I stay at. But anyway, I got the scooter. That way I don't have to move my car when I want to go to the 7-Eleven or if I want to go anywhere. I don't have to move my car if I got a good parking spot. If a chick want me to come around to her crib, you know what I'm saying? Cause most of them, they all live around here. I can ride my scooter around her to her crib. And she stay upstairs or whatever. Or I get on the elevator with that bitch. I go over there, get in the elevator with it, boom, I ride. I bring the scooter up into her apartment or wherever she stay in her condo. Yeah, but anyway, I supposed to went into Addison Circle, but I got caught up by some friends, and they were like, "Come over here and hang with us." So I went to hanging out with them. Yeah, see, people think I be coloring my hair and shit. I don't got news. I need to cut my shit though. My shit, I ain't cut my shit in about a week and a half. I'm lazy. I need to cut my shit. But yeah, I hopped on the scooter and shit, man. And it's very convenient. Like I said, me having my scooter in this neighborhood is so convenient, man. It's a million apartments around this bitch. So uh, the convenience stores, Target, Walmart. You got the I can ride into the mall. You got a real mall. You got all that shit. And then they got this new thing, this new community they finna build right up the street called the Midtown Dallas, which is gonna look like Central Park. That shit gonna be. If you go to Google, type in Midtown Dallas. If you get a chance, type in Midtown Dallas. What they do, K? What they do, K3? What they do, KT3, man? Appreciate you for tapping in, man. Hit that like button for your boy. Long time no see, man. It's always good to see somebody who ain't tapped in a while. Oh yeah, I wanted to let y'all know too. I passed the 3,000 hours watch time. I might get. Matter of fact, I went way over it. I might get 3,020 hours watch time. Uh, what I'm about to start doing though is some more shorts. I got to get my shorts up now, so that shit can be right. But yeah, this shit right here, motion's going good, and but I had to go live tonight though. I had to go live tonight about this situation. I was gonna do a regular kickback chit chat, you know what I'm saying, and you know, polish it up, make it look fancy, and then load it up. I was gonna pre-record it and then load it up. And I said, nah, I got somebody working on me a new intro for my podcast. I'm also he hasn't got back with me yet, but I'm thinking about changing this shit to the Kickback Network. And I've been wanting to ask you guys, what y'all think about me changing this channel to the Kickback Network? Appreciate you there, Lisa. Y'all think I should? Do y'all think? Do y'all think I should keep the? Should I keep the name the same, or should I change the channel to the Kickback Network? And see, Don Juan, that coming from you. That coming from you, Don Juan. That's I fucks with that. Cause you could have said keep the same way, and I would have respected that and understood that too. But the fact you said Kickback Network, you understand why I'm trying to change. You understand why I want to change the name too, and why I should change the name. I should say, you know, because it's more than just I don't do no podcasts on here, and also I don't. My show is not on Spotify or on iTunes, so therefore it's not even a podcast show; it's a YouTube show. And I do three different shows on here. I do the live stream, I do the kickback chit chat, and then I do the other show. So yeah, I need to change it to the Kickback Network, and I think I need to find a logo. I need to find. Hey, that ain't my business. I think you still in here. That ain't my business. If you still tapped in, that ain't my business. Find somebody that can do logo. I'm gonna make a post anyway. I need somebody to do logos. I'm gonna change my name. Kickback Network. Change the name. Cause I think when on it also, I think the name also affects the algorithm also when people tapping in. My boy 85 Cut ain't on here, man. What's going on? My boy 85 Cut ain't on here. Hey y'all, this shit's wild. I like this shit, man. There's new shit now. It shows the top fans and it show y'all points. So people who be tapped in the most to you. And I'm starting to see people. I see people who named on the list who don't be coming to that much. Wow. So people be tapped in for real though. Them. All right, there, Queen. You stay safe, baby girl. I had to tap in tonight. What was another hour? This is the last hour. You know, I'm gonna ride it. I'm gonna see who's gonna tap in. It's been a while since I went live, you know, and I said if I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all the full 2 hours, and unless people start tapping out. But I want to see if some people gonna, you know, tap in that ain't been in here in a while. I know. I'm gonna see if my boy Jake. I ain't seen Jake in a while. Dill ain't been in a while. O ain't been in a while. I see 3 just tapped in. K3 just tapped in. I ain't seen him in about 2 months, but he tapped in. What we got to? We got Dunn one and Lisa. Y'all the only ones left. Did he coming home? Did he not coming home? Did he coming home? Did he coming home? Or is he gonna stay? So they had to drop that RICO charge. Yeah, y'all, it's just us 3. It's just us 3. Yeah, they dropped their RICO charge though because they know the RICO charge means other people is involved, and they knew they would have had to give up some names of some important people. So they fucking said we gonna drop that charge. We can't let them guys get in trouble. You say did he come home and everybody scared? Shit, you know what I mean? Everybody that was out there on the on the cool, Diddy, he got the upper hand. You know why? He Everybody showed their hand now. When Diddy got locked up and he went through this bullshit, everybody showed who they were. And now he don't gotta fuck with them no more. But I tell everybody he should get out. He should team up with Kirk Franklin and he should do gospel music. That's what I think. If anybody out there, I'm gonna say it again. Diddy, when he come home, he should get out and team up with Kirk Franklin, and they should do gospel music. All that no Diddy gang shit, you know, Meek Mill them was doing, and everybody, you know, and the nigga Gene Dale been sitting on the couch on people's platform for 5 years talking about the same shit. It's like the bloggers, they just love talking to Gene Dale. He talk about the same shit every time. And it sounds more bitter and bitter and bitter and bitter and bitter and bitter and bitter every time he's sitting on the couch. You don't never know what Kirk right wasn't. Kirk probably he probably was in the mix of it already. Shit, TD Jakes was somewhere around, right? There was some gospel going on their goddamn freak out now. There was some gospel shit going on. But what we all learned though, but we're gonna just get back to reality though. What we all learned this weekend, and what we all probably better learn, what we all know, what we all should know. And for anybody that's just learning about this, the first time hearing about a situation like this that occurred with the young lady in Shreveport, Louisiana, uh, we all learned that there has to be closure on both ends for anything else to activate. Like a woman, like I ain't gonna just say no woman. A person should tell you when they meet you, when they see you, me and my ex, we've been broke up this certain time period. I moved on. I don't want him. I don't want them no more. But they still juicing behind me. They should let everybody that's in that situation should let the person know what's going on. That way they can, and guess what? And if you do, if you tell them, yeah, so, yeah, my ex still chasing around my coattail. You told them, you let them know. If they choose to stick around and rather, they feel like it ain't gonna be no problem. All right, cool. You already told them the consequences that might come with the situation, the fact that y'all are dating, because the other half is not have not let it go. As the person, though, you shouldn't even be wanting to move. You know that that other person ain't let go. Don't move on. Hey, I'm a living witness. Me and my son's mom, we broke up 2017. Between 2017 and 20, if you didn't know no better, you didn't know us, you would have thought we were still together. If you stayed in another city or state and you see us and all you see is our life on Facebook, you probably thought we were still together, or you probably just thought I was just a dude that was like a player ass dude had it going on. Because it was sometimes I was out with doing what single men do because I was single. But also people didn't know. A lot of people they just say the DFW or around here in this area, they used to always say, I seen some chicks didn't never want to hang out with me because they was unsure if I was with my son's mom still because we were still doing family shit. We were co-parenting like we do now. We were co-parenting, and but I also would say this though, I didn't know how to move on because I couldn't move on because I knew for a fact, even though she talked that shit, she acted what she act. If I would have moved on, she was gonna cause havoc to the girl that came in my life. She was gonna cause havoc with me or for the havoc with whoever the girl. It depends who the chick would be. I don't know. I just know. I had to sit back and let her pick. I waited for her to get in a relationship first before I submitted to a relationship. And once I did, I thought she did, but she really didn't. My first daughter's mom, my first child's mom, when me and her broke up, I let her get in a relationship first before I moved on. That way, when I get in a relationship, it'll be cool and smooth. It won't be no trash bags, bro. I know it's fully closed. But like me, I ain't no motherfucker that gets out of a relationship and then be looking for another relationship 2, 3 months later. Now I might be looking for relations to occur, but I'm not trying to start a relationship. But I want some relations to occur at least. Of course, I'm a man. We all know that. And we gonna do what single people do. That's why we got single people, because single people fuck with single people. And some single people, they probably hope that they can make the situation where they don't make themselves single. They want to unsingle themselves. Yeah, you gotta. You got but like we still go back. Every time we keep talking about this, we still gonna end up going back to that. You can't say what a person would do and what they won't do. You can't tell nobody how to feel about a certain situation. You just can't. And guess what? Hey, this is another. This who really. These who really getting on my nerve. These the people who got to getting on my nerve. The people that say this right here. Nah, that ain't even him, y'all. I can't believe he did that. That ain't even the type of person he is. Motherfucker, that is the type of person he is. If he done that shit and he did that, yeah, that what type of person he is. Because if he wasn't that type of person, he would have done what he did. People try to sugarcoat the situation by saying, nah, man, dude ain't even like that. Yes, dude is. And here y'all go thinking y'all know people and stuff just because y'all went to high school with them and y'all went to elementary and all this right here. You ain't been around them people in years. All you just got to take up and just watching them on social media. You don't know what their mind is at or what they've been through. You don't know what they are capable of doing or capable of not doing. That's the last thing I'm not gonna ever say. Nah, I can't believe because they ain't the type of person he is, or they ain't the type of person she is. I don't know that. I ain't been around them to even just to justify what they won't do and what they will do. That's all I kept on hearing today too. I kept on seeing that that ain't even him. That's not his type of time. Matter of fact, my partner was telling me the story last night or the night before when I was sitting right there. He was sitting up there telling about the situation. Said, "Man, that ain't even like Cuz. Cuz don't do shit like that." And I'm sitting there listening to him say that, but I ain't say nothing. I'm just sitting there listening to him say it. I hear him say it. I hear him say that ain't like Cuz. That's not like him. He's not like that. And then it finally dawned on me today, and I'm like, why people saying this shit? That is like cuz. That's because it's about that type of shit. You fuck over him this kind of way, he's gonna be on that. All right there, Lisa. You take care, baby. I appreciate you for tapping in. I guess that leave me with Mr. Ben Don Juan. How you doing, Don Juan? What you got up? Cause we already know when Lisa get out here, the other person on here ain't gonna be talking. Yeah, but like I said, but since you here, Don Juan, you on that hip hop shit. You familiar with hip hop? You heard about Young Noble from the Outlawz passing away, committing suicide? You know, Young Noble is one of the Outlawz. The group that Tupac had presented to us on, Hit 'Em Up and all that. Young Noble was one of the last members, that was still putting out music. Young Noble was one of my favorite rappers. He was my favorite outlaw out of the Outlawz, him and Napoleon. But I also like Young Noble. Like he's like in my top 15 rappers that I like. He might be in my top 10, but there's a lot of people that's tied at like number 6 and 7 and 8. So he might like in some of that range. But like Young Noble is one of my favorite rappers, and he committed suicide the other day, man. And it was just what 2, 3, 4 months ago that he made a diss song dissing my favorite rapper Nas because I guess he was mad because Nas was explaining the story incorrectly about what took place with him and Tupac in Madison Square Garden, or it was somewhere at Central Park. I don't know where it was at, but Nova felt some type of way. He made a diss song about Tupac. He went in, he was going hard, it sounded good. But that's how he got his name back out there for a minute. And they're saying, he ended up shooting himself or whatever, how he took his life. I'm not going to say he shot himself because he took his life the other day at the age of 47. He was a guy born in California. He moved to New Jersey. That's how he met most of the outlaws, Gaddafi, and Fatal Hussein, who also Fatal Hussein passed away in what 2020, 2021. That was Tupac's god brother, step brother, something like god brother, something like that. I don't know. And Gaddafi is also, uh, matter of fact, the three ones who know each other, the three outlaws that were close to each other, they are dead. Fatal Hussein, Yaki Gaddafi, and Young Noble. They, he's running for New Jersey, Orange, New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, aka Brick City. It's crazy. Those are three ones that was the tightest, that was the closest, and they are all dead now, along with Tupac. Uh, so a total of four members of the Tupac outlaw clique passed away with the gun. Well, Fatal Hussein died in a car accident, and Gaddafi was shot accidentally, and we all know how Tupac went out. And yeah, they do go through a lot behind the scenes. Young one. They people don't understand. Rich people have rich people problems. Like they think money. People think money. Yeah, the industry is so dark. You're right. People think money balance out your life and make you happy and don't make you go through the situations and problems that you're going through right now as a normal broke person. Or I'm not gonna say broke person, but just living the average life. When you get rich, you just start having rich people problems. Uh, you start you're in a whole different tax bracket. Your money, you're playing with your money a different type of way, and you're rubbing shoulders with people that's uh, not who you normally rub shoulders with. I can't let it go though, man. Cardi B, if your fucking BBL stank, bitch, we on your ass for the rest of the fucking year. I swear. I swear. Well, and Big told us that more money, more problems. You know, you, all money do is all what money does is enhances the person that you really are. That's all what money gonna do. It's just gonna open up everything that she's gonna show every attribute that you hold in your body or whatever you have. Money is gonna expose all that shit. Trust me. It's gonna show how you really feel about things, things you like, things you don't like, people you don't like. It's gonna do all that. I mean, well, shit, he the only one that really been with her since she had the BBL. Really, you gotta understand, Cardi B. She was with DJ Self at first when she was on when it was on the Love and Hip Hop. She was fooling with the DJ guy, DJ Self. She was with him. She didn't have that BBL then, or maybe she had it then. Uh, well, if she had it then, he didn't say it anyway because he was a sucker for love type of dude for her. So he didn't announce it. After that, right there, Offset. Offset married her, had kids by her, gave her kids. I mean, and he didn't say it because on the street that's his kid's mother. Cuz just happened to say it because he don't give a fuck. Anybody could have said it. The other niggas, they didn't say it because they had a reason why they didn't say it. He didn't have a reason to not say it or say it. He just didn't give a fuck. He broke up with her. Man, he gotta understand, this guy's a football player. He's not a rapper. He ain't fucking with them old ratchet ass chicks. See, here's the thing. See, rappers and ball players, they fuck with different type of chicks. Some of the rappers fuck with the same shit, chicks to rap. The ball players and football players fuck with the athletes. Some of them do. But the ball players, especially baseball players, they fuck with different type of chicks. They fuck with different type of chicks. So Stefon Diggs, him being the person he is, and I said I think it's either him or his brother. They have a bunch of kids, a lot of kids. But I know football players, the women they get versus what rap niggas get, it's totally different. Who else we got tapping in here new, man? I said two new people tapping in, man. Show some love, man. Hit that like button, man. Show some love for your boy. Hit subscribe. Subscribe, share with your friends and family. But we said we have some new ears in here, new eyes. Thanks for tuning in. We were talking about earlier about the um, Corinthia Shepherd. She was shot and killed in Shreveport, Louisiana, July 5th, Saturday morning at 7 a.m. By an ex-husband. Um, I guess they said he was on his way there to drop off some fireworks for the kids, and when he got there, when he got there at the house that he bought and that he lived in for years with her, he see that she's there with another guy. And now I'm getting told that I guess she FaceTimed the dude, or they FaceTimed before he got over there and he seen the dude at the house that he lived in and he bought. And he got in the rage and he came over there and he shot and killed her, man. He did it in front of the kids, and he shot the guy that was there. He didn't kill him, but the guy's in the hospital right now fighting for his life. I don't know if a lot of people in Shreveport, man, they tapping in. If you tapping in and you from Shreveport, don't let me get out of bounds with this shit, man. If you got some news or you got some more insight, details about what's going on, and stir me the right way. Don't just watch me say some shit, man, that really ain't right and true. I'm just going based off what I've been reading and what people have been saying. When I was informed the situation that took place, when I was told what last night, now the night before I was told. I was told the night before what happened, and I was told incorrectly then. The person that told me they didn't have the person that told me what happened, the person that told them didn't have their shit right. So he telling me some bullshit, but he was told some bullshit from somebody. Therefore, when I started talking about it with somebody who had more insight of what went on, they were like, "Nah, that ain't what happened. This was what happened." So I'm like, now that I got the full detail of what happened, that's why I said I'm gonna go live about it. Plus, everybody been talking about it. I made a post about it earlier today, and a lot of people, they started diving in on it, giving me how they feel about it. Everybody was paying their condolences and letting out their whole thing about how they feel. Uh, it was some things brought up by people in comments saying that they don't know what they would have did, or you just say what somebody should do or what they can't do, which I agree with. I've been saying this shit for a long time. You really can't say what nobody can't do or what they wouldn't do or what they should do. Nobody don't know what they'll do in any situation. You always hear people say, "Oh man, look me, man. If I was there, man, I would have did this." No, if you was there, you probably wouldn't. You wouldn't know tell what you would have did. Cause we don't know. People always say what they would have did if, but we all know how that shit really go. It's easy to say that shit than do it. So, but yeah, I just hate for anybody to just feel like they're behind a relationship. Um, it's kind of it's crazy the way that we was taught how to. It's funny though the way my generation was taught and was how to manage a relationship and control the relationship or contain a relationship. I should say, not control. It's gonna be different for. It's a different way than for what our kids have to do now because they think different, they move different. The rules are different now when it comes to relationships. The standards are changed, uh, and it's crazy. And I'm saying this to say this. It's crazy because now I gotta teach my kids. I gotta talk to my kids like uh, I gotta let them know. Hey, everybody, you might have an encounter. Everybody you encounter, man, on some relationship type of shit, they might be slick. Whether it's a homeboy, homegirl, boyfriend, girlfriend. There might be some slick. Just watch out for the hook, cause there's some ulterior motives gonna be. Just know if somebody just know why somebody fucking with you. Take a look at yourself sometime when you meet somebody, and if somebody taking a liking to you real good, and you wondering why if you don't have no idea, just look at what you got going on that you think somebody probably won't. Materially anyway, on a materialistic basis, I should say. But other than that, you don't got the materialistic shit, people gonna love you and want to be with you regardless. But if you got some shit material going on, good, and you got some people gravitating to you, just know that's probably why they gravitate to you. So that's how I'm talking to my kids these days. That's how I'm raising them to deal with relationships, where they have homeboys, homegirls, uh, anybody that take a liking to them. Watch out for the hook. Everybody ain't cool. You gotta read between the lines of the briars. If their head shake they match and they smile, then that shit fire. For real, you gotta talk. If nobody ain't looking you in your eye when you talk to them, if you not looking them in the eye when you talk to them, they gonna think you salty. Straight up. They gonna think you salty. I don't want and one thing about it also, not looking them in their eyes also show that you might be afraid of them. You might have fear. Let me get the time out right quick. I'm back, y'all. My bad. I had to go drain the weasel, y'all. You had to go take a piss. Shit. She said DJ Self lame as fuck. Yeah, he is lame as hell. Though. I see that. You said it's 5 people on here. Yeah, it's 5 people on here. Done one. I can't even tell you who them 5 people are. You know. I can't even tell you who them 5 people is. If you just tap it in, hit that like button, show some love for your boy. If you got something to say about the topic tonight, you see the headline, you see the topic of the show. Give me your input. You can't comment, that's cool. Hit the like button. Give me a comment in the main comment section. That way I know you tapped in and showed some love. At least do that. So we were talking about Corinthia Shepherd, 40-year-old lady murdered by ex-husband in Shreveport, Louisiana, July 5th, Saturday morning at 7 a.m. in South Shreveport. And we was also talking about Cardi B and Stefon Diggs rumors about about them breaking up and him breaking up with her because her BBL stank. Uh, well, what would cause it to stink though? I mean, what would cause it? What is it? What do you mean by what does it stink? Does he mean like the ass crack stink, like it smell like shit, or does it like the frame does it stink like the side of her cheek? Does it stink? It has a smell to it. That's what I'm wondering because maybe it's the stuff, the fluid or whatever they put into their butts to make this shit do what it do. Or maybe they probably, I don't know. Maybe that shit was riding. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to get some news about this shit. I seen a video how that shit be coming out and pulling. I seen a video of that shit, how it look all posty and shit like post. This shit real though. When I wake up tomorrow morning, if Breakfast Club talking about this shit tomorrow, Cardi B, you what girl? Then I hope this shit's true, only for the simple fact that this gonna teach you young women not to get no fucking BBL. If you want your ass to look right, you need to go to the fucking gym and do some squats and get your shit tight. That's word to God. If you want your shit to be right, go to the gym. You got 24-hour fitness, you got Bally's, you got LA fitness, you got all the California, you got all this type of shit. If you live in an apartment complex, you have a fitness room. You don't even gotta pay. You just gotta be adamant about going to the fucking gym every day till you get a fucking rhythm going where you want to be going to. You want to go running. You want to go lifting, whatever. I don't like that BBL shit. That shit nasty, man. I don't like none of that shit, man. That ain't too much. I don't know, man. No, man. Like I said, you don't really have to have no nice big booty. You don't gotta have no big ass booty. As long as it's a nice booty. Your shit don't gotta be all big. That's what I be saying. And that shit gotta match your body, though. That shit got you can't walk around. You can't be walking around looking like an ant. You know what I'm saying? Your legs don't match your booty and shit, your thighs and all that shit. Hey, I'm not dumb. I can tell when people go to or they in the gym keeping their shit tight like that, or they got the gym got it tight like that. I can tell. Come on now, that shit look tacky. Come on now, that BBL that you get and your stomach and your thighs and legs don't match it. They're just like uh getting a brand new outfit with some old ass tennis shoes on. Getting a brand new outfit, you got some dusty ass kicks on. That's what that shit look like. Yeah, add the lead ratio. Another night up in this stage, man. Yo, rest in peace, young noble, outlaw, the last outlaw. But yeah, tomorrow we'll have further notice on the Cardi B situation and the Corinthian Shepherd situation. That's we already know what's gonna happen in there right there. So I prayers to the family, um, condolences to the family, all that. I hate that shit. Sad, man. I don't like nothing like that. I keep telling people I see shit that take place. I tell people every day, man. I see shit that take place all every day that make me don't want to be in a relationship. Makes me don't want to even approach a female. And some of these females, you know what I'm saying? The the females that be it be the females who probably been single for a long time or probably needs a boyfriend be the ones that don't have that approach field vibe to them. Don't approach them. It be the ones who just got out of a relationship or in a relationship that's more willing to give you their number and hold conversation with you than the ones that been single for a year or two. You meet a woman, man, she been say, I pass by women all the time that I know nobody, they dealing with nobody. It just got that it's just a walk, a vibe, a glow about them that's not glowing that you know they going straight home to their cats or their dog. And every now and then they got a home girl they go hang out with. And all they do is talk shit about guys. And she'll hook up with a guy every now and then. She go to the bar. But she's always at work and she read books a lot. And she watches her shows on Netflix. She them type of chicks like that. You get them all the time, man. And then you don't be want to approach them though because it looks so bland. It looks so bland, like you can tell they ain't really just been in a minute. So you like, oh, I don't even want to fuck with them. We don't even want to fuck with them type of chicks for some reason. We be want to go out with the ratchet chicks, the toxic chicks, the chicks that got shit still going on. We like that type of shit for some reason. Sometimes I be having to check myself sometimes. 'Cause I mind my business. I don't got no I don't got nothing going on bad in my life, I should say. But I be the women I sometimes the women that I attract, I be having to sit back and listen. Okay, why this bitch? Okay, this bitch is on me because of this, or she could be on me because of this, or she could be on me because of that. And if it's good or bad, that's how I react to it. So like, okay, she just all on me because she knows she gets some this right here could happen or whatever. Or I be making sure that the women I already be thinking in my head why a woman I'm already knowing why a woman probably fucking with me. Like you got some nigga like I don't know why they on me like this. Nah, I already be knowing why they on me. It's only you gotta ask yourself sometimes. You know why they messing with you. And if the shit's solid, then hey, ride with it. You know what I'm saying? If you think the shit flaky, then don't fuck with it. That's how I am with everything. Mm-mm. I don't try to be accepted by everybody. You know what I'm saying? I got a partner. He like that. He want everybody to love him, or everybody to see what he got going on. Hey, look at me. He's like, and you'll think I'm like that because I got a fucking YouTube or a video of them. I used to perform a lot. But now, it's just this is what I do. But him, he wants everybody. Matter of fact, I probably made more people mad at me than I made happy. So I mean, I ain't trying to make everybody like me. He wants to. I got a homeboy. He wants everybody to like him and think great of him. Which I guess everybody want people to feel great of them. I don't know, but no. Y'all know I always do some random ass bullshit out there, man. Just try to make it relate to some shit we already talking about, even though it do be related. I be having to, say some shit. I be having to say some shit. Oh yeah, I don't be having the same. And guess what? The bitches. I ain't gonna say chick bitches. Let me stop saying. I be putting the women on game that I deal with. Like I get them game. It's just like, and here's the thing about it. I don't run game though. This is why I'm able to tell the women who I fuck with how niggas be really are because I don't run game because I tell them what I really want out of whatever. Every female I deal with, they know uh, how I move. Now this is a new chick. If a new chick, she learns how I am, and it's on her to stick around and move around. If someone move around, someone when they do move around, they move around, they never run behind them. And when I don't, they'll fold back. You know what I'm saying? They'll come back. You know what I'm saying? And it don't even be like it was because I feel like they flaky now. And once I feel like you flaky, I don't care how good you look, I don't even want to be around you no more. I swear I like being in my peace. My partner, he was my homeboy, he was there about 2 weeks ago. He was like, damn, cuz man, uh, he compared one of our other homeboys. He compared us together. He was like, man, you and such and such, man, he said, y'all stay ducking y'all females. Like, I said, well, he said, y'all, well, now he wasn't saying like we our females, like our female, like our girlfriends. He said we stay ducking the females that we involve ourselves with, throughout our life. And just because like sometimes they'll call or text when we don't reply back, or we'll brush them off or curb them, or we procrastinate. He see that, but he don't be understanding why it's like that. And I don't really, and the thing about it, I don't even mean for it to even look like that. That I'm ducking them. It's just the fact I had to tell him. I said, say, man, I work all day, man. Yeah, when I don't work all day, but my job requires me listening to a lot of people talk and me doing a lot of talking myself. When I get off work, man, I don't really care about talking to nobody, man, or listening to nobody. That's why I don't really go straight to the bar no more when I get off work. I probably breeze through there, and if I see something that's entertaining, I stick around. But that's if it's entertaining enough. But I always come back to the house, man, and I come home and I talk. I don't gotta do no listening. And I got to a point now where I don't even come home. I don't even go live that much no more. I just like to come home, roll up my whatever I got my drink. I play the video game, and I put my laptop on YouTube, and I watch whatever's going on YouTube. Appreciate that. Virgo Queen just sent me an article. Uh, I don't see the article. Where? Man. Yeah. Mm. I'm trying to see what he told this man. I ain't trying to. I check this shit out later. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't be running no game though, man. I don't feel like I gotta do all this shit. Hell no. Niggas be lying and shit. This right here go. Women that you date anybody? No, I don't go. I'm not dating nobody, but I go out on dates with people every now and then if I feel like they dateable or whatever, and we just go on from there. But other than that, I don't got I ain't really got motherfuckers. They be sitting. You got dudes who be lying to females. Hit that like button. You got dudes who be lying to females and stuff. Say they don't got no girlfriend. Be having a girlfriend. Just tell you, you got to just tell you a couple. You're in a relationship. Just tell the female that it's complicated and you don't know what's gonna go on. Shit, 9 times out of 10, you tell a female. I ain't gonna say 9 times out of 10, but there's a chance that you tell a woman that you're in a relationship but it's complicated, but you willing to but you digging her. She might feel like she might give you a chance because she might feel like you are in a bad situation, and she might play tug of war, a gentle tug of war with the situation to ease you and take you from the girl. Some women like that, but like I said, y'all, tonight the the word of the fucking goddamn year, guys, is closure. Closure. Make sure this deal is it's a sealed deal. Make sure the deal is sealed. Make sure on any occasion, man, no matter what the situation is, man, whatever you got going on, make sure the deal is sealed, and you don't got to worry about no situation occurring after the situation to cause problems. This shit's crazy. Shit's crazy, man. And I'm just chopping it with you guys right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all the full 2 hours. I ain't did this shit in a while though, man. I might well gonna give you a full 2 hours. It look like I'm only gonna get 7 likes anyway. It look like I was on the road to get about 10 likes, but it's all gravy. People gonna come back and watch the show anyway because when they look at the thumbnail, they're gonna be curious and they gonna click on this shit. I ain't tripping anyway. The thumbnail always make the shit look good. I even put the little title on the thumbnail to make motherfuckers be curious about what's going on the video. So hey, and yeah, back to and like and how I feel about situations and done one the way I look at things when it comes to relationships and stuff like that, or with a woman, it might be. I mean, I don't. I mean, it might. All niggas might don't look at it that way. I mean, I got a unorthodox way of things. I by, go about it with me dealing with women in relationships, or unless how I said, especially how I am anyway, at the age I am in my situation. So I mean, that's why I say I always tell people like, man, somebody asked me today, how's your romance life? How's your love life going? Like it's going like it's supposed to do. I mean, but when somebody tap in that I like, they come like, what's up, Jay Spill? You see that? What I'm talking about right there. Jay, hit that like button, cuz. I said I was gonna ride up in here. I said Jacob be up in here. It was an hour in the show. I said Jacob be tapping in a minute. I'm gonna go and go a full hour. I ain't seen Jake in a while. Jake ain't been on here in a while, even though I ain't been going live. I was waiting to see you, Jake. You tapped in right before the 2 hour mark. I know, man. I ain't seen you in a while. I'm like, all my moderators are falling away. Y'all, hey, all the ladies, they stuck around. Somebody else, all the females, they stick around. Somebody else hit me with the like button. Y'all, hey, the females, they see, you know what? That's why dudes be saying it. Females stick with you longer than the guys will. That's why dudes aim for a female fan base because even though I'm kind of against this shit, niggas be saying and doing anything just to get a female fan base. But shit, that's who gonna fuck with you. Dudes, man, they'll vamp on you in a minute. And then and the females that I had on my like I like what's the girl name from Canada, Quebec? What's her name? What's the chick name from Quebec? Elsa. I ain't seen Elsa in a while. There's one chick from Brooklyn. Her name's Shanice or Sharice. She ain't popped in a while. So the Ari chick, she ain't popped in a while. But all them dudes, I looked at my moderator list. I said, man, these dudes don't even. I forgot about some of them dudes. The dude K3 topped in today. I ain't seen K3 in what 3 months. Tell me about your homeboy Nick, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Hit the subscribe button, hit that like button for your boy Cuddy, man. And y'all see we do have a topic going on about a woman from Shreveport. A Shreveport woman, Corinthia Shepherd, was shot and killed by an ex-husband July 5th, Saturday morning at 7 o'clock. Uh, After finding out she had another man at the house that he bought and he lived in and shared with her in their relationship, but I guess they was going through a divorce, so they were split up. I think he was on his way to drop off the kids for fireworks. So I guess after 4th of July, I don't know. That's what I was told. But when he got there, he seen the guy was there, and he shot both of them. The guy's still alive. He's fighting for his life in the hospital right now. Uh, he did it in front of the kids, and just another situation of a bitter person, man, not understanding. You said the sound went out. My bad. I'm back on it though. Fuck it. I was prepared for this. Cause I know these weak ass mics. I was prepared for this shit. Alright. You say you got a story for me. His girls has been treating him super bad, man. She she's off her meds. She's off her meds. She's bipolar. So I know how that is right there. You're dealing with a woman bipolar. So let's go back to the girlfriend. So Jake, the girlfriend. This the same chick y'all you were talking about earlier, a few months back. Talking about he be running, I should be talking crazy to him. She be running over him and all that shit. Yeah, I done one. I prepared for them damn mics to go out. I prepared for the mics to go out. I knew it was gonna happen. Yeah. So what ended up happening though? So you said the story is her car broke down and Nick fixed it. The engine blew up completely and he fixed it entirely. She didn't even thank him or nothing. So after he fixed her car, twice, she ain't thank him. She didn't feel no appreciated or nothing. So I got a question, Jake. I got a question. Is this female? Be honest. Is this female? Is she attractive? We want to know, is this female attractive? I got another question then. I have another question. With me saying that, you said she's not attractive. Here's another question. No homo. Is your homeboy Nick, is he attractive? Is he a guy, what I mean attractive, is he a guy that's capable of getting a woman? He has the looks and he has the attributes to get a nice looking woman. I just wanted, it's a simple, no homo. I know who I am. I got homeboys that look like, I know I got some homeboys that look like they can't get no girl. And I got some homeboys, they look like they got the look to get girls. No homo. So Jake, is Nick, does he have the features, the attributes it takes to get a nice looking woman? Oh, she one of them trailer trash blonde chicks with the slim waist and shit. Probably got some nice little breasts or whatever. And but she trailer trash and she got blonde hair. And he thinks she got him a little trophy because she got blonde hair. I get it. All right, he's a little okay. He dresses real well. He dresses nice. He speaks appropriate. He got the proper talking and all that shit. But he's a skinny guy, which kind of give people him as a pushover type of guy. People they feel like you can push him over. I can get 10 likes tonight, y'all, for the first time in a long time. It looked like he seemed like him being a slim guy. It gives people the impression that he's a pushover or they can handle him. And she probably I don't know, man. I'm gonna tell you some shit. People need to stop being afraid of being disliked. People need to stop being afraid to be disliked. People don't say stuff. People hold back their tongue and how they feel about certain shit or or what they stand on. They don't say it and they don't publicize it because they're afraid of what the backlash might be, the consequences. So you know what? And what city you say you in again, Jake? I keep forgetting. You in Colorado, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? You in Colorado, right? Uh, hold up. You know what it is? She need to come across one of these down south chicks. She need to come across one of these Texas chicks or one of these Louisiana chicks or a chick from Mississippi or Arkansas, or some shit, one of you hood chicks. I bet she'll know if she can fight then. But here's my thing on that thing. Uh, we this, the topic we talking about is about relationships, abusive relationships, whether it's mentally or verbally. And the lady that was killed this past weekend, uh, it was said that she was in a mental abusive relationship, mentally, verbally, and physically. He was abusing her, and which led to her not wanting to be with him and separating from him and moving on. You gotta know when to leave, man. Uh, and you gotta know when not to subscribe. You gotta know when not to subscribe to a relationship, and you need to know when you need to unsubscribe. I don't know why motherfucker be holding on to. I keep telling people I probably would never been in a relationship again because once I see uh, the bullshit, the people how they acting over bullshit, I ain't fucking with them. I don't want to be in a relationship. That's why remember I told y'all about my first date. If I go out on a date with a female, I told y'all, I said when I go out on a date with a female, what we gonna do? We're gonna go to on a Segway tour trip downtown Dallas and ride on a Segway tour, and we're gonna just test her adventure, see if she like to be adventurous, and to see if she likes to learn shit, and see if she has knowledge, if not just learn shit, does she have knowledge of certain shit. After that, we're gonna go to a mystery escape room where you gotta try to escape out of the room in a certain amount of time, and you gotta solve quizzes and puzzles and codes and locks. You get to see how they deal under pressure, and you get to see by you get to see every attribute about a person when you go to these type of events I'm talking about, and you end up once you get to dinner time, and once that's over with, you know if you want to stay subscribed to the situation. I promise the next girl that I say this is my lady, the next female I say this is my lady, nigga, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be ice cold chili, cause she gonna be the one. I swear, I swear. And guess what? And she gonna be able to say that about me too. I know what Washington State is, nigga. I'm very geographically intelligent. I know Washington State. That's on the Pacific. On the Pacific. You in the Pacific. If you would have said you in Washington, I would have still knew you was in Washington State. Because most people that's in Washington, D.C., they don't say they in Washington. They say they in D.C. I'm not in D.C. Nobody don't say they out in Washington, D.C. They don't even say, oh, I'm out in Washington, D.C. They just say I'm out in D.C. They just cut the Washington part out. Just say D.C., District of Columbia. So you would have just said you was in Washington, I would have automatically knew you was in Washington State. Because nobody just don't say they in Washington. They say they in D.C. It's just like you got a Portland, Maine, and you got a Portland, Oregon, right? So if you say you're in Portland, I'm going to ask you, are you in Maine or are you in Oregon? It's all good. Hey, them people that get it mixed up, them be the dumb motherfuckers. I swear. Them be the dumb motherfuckers, man. Them people that do that, they just don't know you gotta know. Like you can't tell me I'm going to Paris. Well, you going to Paris, Texas, or you going to Paris, France? It's a Pittsburgh in California in the Bay Area. It's a Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania. There's Atlanta, Georgia. There's Atlanta, Texas. Gotta be careful. People think Kansas City is in Kansas. Yeah, they do. Oh, I'm doing good, Jake, man. I appreciate you asking. I'm doing real good, man. Had a nice. I'm doing good, man. I don't really have nothing. I never had nothing to complain about, and I never try to have nothing to complain about. Uh, if something going on bad with me, man, I try to, you got to clear that shit. You got to, fix that shit. I'm doing good. I'm all right. I'm good. I stay out the way. Uh, I stay out the way. I go to work, and I don't try to pray. I don't try to force nothing with nobody or anything. I just stay out the way. I learned that is the best way to be. Uh, there was a time in life where I was I get I'm that person everybody calls when there's some shit going on about some certain shit in the streets or in the hood or back home or with a certain issue. Everybody always call me just people call me just to get my just to hear my take on something. Or at least that's how it was back then anyway. Some people still do it, but it went on a lot back then, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. People used to always call me. I used to get these calls early in the morning. It'd always be early in the morning, right when I'm, just getting my day started, whether I'm cooking breakfast or uh, I'm probably doing my wake and bake, and somebody will call me and they'll hit me up and they'll start talking to me about some shit, and they'll bring up a situation or a story, and here I go start talking about some shit, and before I know it, I done talked so much that I done put myself in a situation kind of, and I just learned how not to just indulge into those type of phone calls no more. I used to get phone calls, man. Everybody had wanted. Now people they just call just to tell me what's going on. Whether I say something back or not, they just want to let me know what's going on. People stop calling me because I don't reply back no more. But I knew there's a bunch of motherfuckers that ended up hitting me back about certain shit because I gave my input about what I felt about a certain situation, not knowing that I'm not even on no side no way. That's why I be telling people, man, don't try to. I don't play no side. I ain't on nobody's side. And nobody ain't on my side. That's how that is. How you doing though, Jay Smith? How about it is on your end though? How you doing? I didn't ask you how you was doing. How you doing, my boy? I did reach a milestone though. I do want to share with you guys. I shared it earlier, but I didn't parade it like I should. Uh, I reached a milestone. I surpassed the 3,000 hours watch time. 3,000 watch hour time. I'm probably about 30 hours over the 3,000 hour watch time. I did that That's what's up, man. Shout out for being in school still in land low. But yeah, I just surpassed the 3,000 hours of watch time, man. What I'm seeing is that I gotta start doing more short videos because they want you to do a certain amount of short videos within a certain amount of time to get the partnership going with YouTube. So if it ain't one thing, it's another, which I'm not tripping. A short, the thing about shorts, the shorts do real good though. Like I can do a bullshit ass short and it'll get about 6, 7,000 views easily. I might do one and accidentally get 86,000 views. I'm not gonna say accidentally, but I've got some shorts that I've posted up that got a lot of views. I just be lazy, man. I be on some other shit, man. I don't know. Well, the direction I've been planning on going with YouTube is what my direction been the whole time. I just want to sit around and just create content. I want to have my shit. I want to have my ads going. I want to do what everybody else is doing on YouTube. All the platforms that's making money on YouTube. That's what I want to do. It's no, it's no, and anybody on YouTube, anybody that got anybody that got a platform that's getting monetized or on professional mode, you're doing it to get paid. You want to have you trying to get money off this shit. Plus, I love doing this shit. For one thing, I love doing this. This really natural to me. So for one thing, yeah, my aim is just it's really bigger than YouTube. I want this right here to put me in situations and positions to do something else too, whether film or TV, whatever. I I wanted to go a long way with it. That's what I wish I would have started this shit earlier. And like when I keep telling people I wish I would have started this shit when I first came home from prison. But instead of just trying to work on my second album and record another album, I should have just went straight into YouTube show network. You know what I'm saying? Content creating. I should have went into that shit. Uh, I fell into this situation accidentally, not even knowing it was, but it was something I wanted to do, but I didn't know I had. I didn't know I had easy access that I had at the time. I was around somebody that was on a big time podcast show that that was on iHeartRadio, and at the time being, it wasn't any nobody wasn't really doing podcasts. Nobody didn't know what a podcast was. And when I started podcasting, people thought I was at a radio show, a radio station, which I was, but they didn't know what a podcast was. They thought they had to have an iPod and listen to it and all that, which you did, because it was only audio. It became visual like at the end of 2016 because most podcasts started doing these stuff visual on YouTube. And I used to follow a dude named Tax Stone. He had tax season, and tax season was one of my favorite podcasts because he was my tax stone reminded me of me. He's a street dude from the hood, and he does this type of stuff right there, this type of content, and I felt like I could do the same thing he did, and that's the reason why I started podcasting. And that's how I got on the Ian Gleason show, which was a white audience podcast. I just brought some season to it. Um, then Drink Champs came. So I was around. I was doing this shit for. I've been around for a while. People think I just started doing this shit. I've been around for a while. I've been on these shows. Everything you see everybody doing, I've done it already. Everybody know my podcast. When I first started doing my podcast, the Kickback Podcast Show, I was cooking on my show. We was eating on my show. I was presenting food for my guests. That's why it's called the Kickback because we made y'all feel like we was at an actual kickback. We got food, drinks, smoke, whatever. Dice game, people in the background talking shit, all of that. So when it come to food, like I'm gonna say again, Mano had made a statement in his interview that people got the cooking from him on his podcast that he had. No, man, oh man, you got that from me because you see this one thing about these celebrities and these rappers and these big people got a big following. They think when they come out with something, the people gonna believe that they the first one that created it because they got a big name. But most of these celebrities and these people, they've been watching somebody else that's lower than them, and they got their idea from them. Like if you go back to you can document my podcast. You can go way back to 2016, 17, say. You can go way back to 2017, way before Mano podcast was even started, and you'll see me cooking and feeding the guests. Everybody knows you ain't gonna see no podcast doing that back in that time. Nowhere. It's documented on YouTube. If you do find one, show me. Anybody. Email me at cuttercation384@gmail.com. But when Mano made that statement saying if you see somebody doing a podcast with the cooking and stuff, they got it from them, that's some bullshit. I want to let y'all know that. Y'all that's watching, I want to let y'all know that. I want to let y'all know that Mano, his show is not the first podcast that presented the cooking. I'm gonna keep on saying it till it get heard by everybody until he hears it. But I am gonna end this show though, man. I'm over 2 hour mark though, man. I don't really gotta give y'all nothing else, man. I did my deal, man, tonight. I hope all y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. The new people who tapped in, people who didn't say nothing tapped in, whatever. I appreciate the 9 likes tonight. I ain't been getting that much love lately on here, but hey, one day, hey, soon it's gonna be up, I guess. But I'm out like a fat kid in dodgeball. I'ma holler at y'all.